One.
Grand Rising. We're live. Is it you or me, Queen?
You.
Grand Rising. You all just caught us in a end of conversation. Grand Rising to you all. Welcome to you all. You are tuned in to Prime Time. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles. You are here with myself, Angelina. We've got Queen Tina Berry with Straight No Chaser with the Queen in the house. Woo-hoo. We've got Black Love 17, Queen Lynn in the house. We've got the beautiful Queen Kathy B. And of course, D-Maze is here with us.
What it
and
do?
if you stick around long enough, I'm sure Pablo X is going to pop back in. So you all stay tuned, subscribe, like, and share, and we're going to get in this conversation. Here we go.
Warning, the following program contains strong Black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects Black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissies.
Grand Rising all. You are listening to the one and only B1 or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
Welcome, everyone, again to the Prime Time Good Morning from Africatown, Los Angeles morning radio show. We're so happy that you're joining us whenever, wherever you are. We want you to get your minds open, okay? We're going to have a serious conversation. You heard the intro, okay? Put your big people pants on, and let's open our minds. We're talking about Black wealth tonight. And I'm going to leave it at Black wealth. You see the titles wherever you're watching. Please, again, subscribe, like, and share. It's going to sum up to Black wealth, because if you watch us, if you follow us, keep up with us, you know that we dive deep. And so that's all I'll say about that. Black wealth, please like and share. Give your comments. Engage, okay? Let's talk about it. Here we go.
Yes, let's talk about it, Queen. It's been a long time that I'm eating at the same time.
Whatever you eating sounds good.
It's good. There's some beef brisket.
Rich Black folks. I was thinking seafood.
I ain't had seafood today, but it's been a long time that the crew together. And so we're talking about, different things. Rich Black folks. Rich Black folks. And then, as you can see the topic, does interracial dating destroy Black wealth? Because, the example we're using is Michael Jackson and his children. Remember, I know y'all see the pictures. All that Black wealth transferred to the white woman, the children. Everybody's on the internet asking, like, these are not even his kids. Because you remember back then they said he used his sperm. Now, just because Michael Jackson died white, he wasn't born white.
Yeah, we know what's really going on with that.
Yeah. And they came out and said it was not his sperm anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you continue, but I'm gonna say this. I'm just be real. I don't care. We all love Michael Jackson, but come on, brother. He was just self-hate. He didn't like the way he looked. He didn't like his big nose. He didn't like his skin. I know he supposed to have this little disease, but still, you didn't have to change your features, brother, and you didn't want to have no children by a Black woman. That's it.
Well, why did he change his hair? His hair went from afro to now I got a perm.
Thank you. No excuses.
But I'm gonna say this.
Angie always the outlaw.
I know, I'm about to play devil's advocate. I am, because we don't know the path people have to walk, and we look on the outside. But hold on,
Come on, Angie. You're not gonna win this one.
I'll skip to my point. This is my point. We don't know whatever was going on in his head, anybody's head. But when we're having this conversation,
we know it was
hold on. All of us can agree that there's no way those kids all came out looking as pale as they did. That is logical. You see what I'm saying? So for everybody looking at the situation, that's basic logic. You see what I'm saying? So to even dive into, whatever with his life, that's just logic. A black man born a black man with a white woman, those kids are pale. That's just common sense. So diving further into his lifestyle, whatever, if somebody doesn't believe that, I don't want to say what I think about you. You're a little slow.
We're talking about how these white kids and this white woman, what it is. I'm tired of black people supporting black people, because we also talking about Diddy and all these black rich people getting their wake-up calls. Michael Jackson had self-hate. The Michael Jackson we supported. If you look at them pictures when his family was struggling from the dirt, and then they got wherever they got, he still hated himself. And then he adopted all these white children. And or first he tricked us and said it was his sperm. I don't know. But at the end of the day, why didn't he get black kids that felt like him? And then all this money that we support these black people with, because it's us that's making them rich. And it gets transferred over to whiteness, and we don't have, and then we keep complaining that black people don't have nothing. We don't have no money to build banks. We don't have our own award shows. We don't have our own arenas. We don't have nothing because of look at this. Is it not ridiculous? Did you see the worth of these white kids? It's no different from if that was Elon Musk kids, Paris, or whatever Michael Jackson kid. Each one of them worth 100 million. Then the white woman who she's walking around, she's worth 20 million. We still got poor black kids being shot down by police. I land my plane.
I can agree with that. I think at this point, I think I know how we feel as the United Empires of Akibalon. I'm gonna play play devil's advocate like somebody listening. For me, I think it's a shame where we don't understand the importance of generational wealth. I'm at the point where I don't really care about what these white people are doing with their kids. I care about what we're doing with our children as black people. So for us, are we educating our children? Are we, Can
I hold you right there, Queen? What you mean with our children? We talking about these white children adopted by a black man.
No. I'm not talking about, no. I'm talking about as far as white people raising their kids. I think if we were more focused collectively, not ignoring that fact, but collectively saying, how can I educate my child? How can I advance my child? Being involved. And I think the way the system is set up is made it where it's darn near impossible. We look at the feminist movement, and we all know that the feminist movement came alongside civil rights movement, and all the black women jumped on that nonsense. And now I don't want to hear the conversation, but now look at the LGBT conversation. Same thing with the feminist movement and the civil rights. Black people keep getting intertwined with stuff that has nothing to do with us when we actually have the knowledge.
But what we're talking about is interracial dating, because when most black people do get money, first of all, black people cannot pass down. I can't even pass it down to my children. I'm just learning, and I'm a grandmother. How can I teach generational wealth when I don't know about generational wealth? We're learning as we go.
Can we talk about rest in peace to our brother? Can we talk about Kobe Bryant? I mean, we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about everybody. I mean, even
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're talking about this interracial dating.
Yeah.
And black people, when they get money, they live white, and they majority of them marry white, and then it's passed down back to whiteness. That's why the black communities don't have nothing.
Exactly. Before I even get on Kobe, let's talk about Byron Allen. He's what, $2-3 billion, and he's married to a white woman. I'm pretty sure they got kids, and that's another one who's, you don't have like 7 billionaires that's black. It's like 700 billionaires in America, only 7 is black. Then going back to Kobe, all his net worth, everything combined together, his estate and everything, he's worth $1 billion. And guess what? Vanessa get all that. I got nothing against his wife, but at the end of the day, he fell out with his own family, and that hurt me more because don't you know that his family had fell on hard time and his dad had to sell his ring? This is recently. His dad had to sell one of his championship rings because they fell on hard times, and there's no way I'm gonna let my parents struggle because they didn't get along with his wife. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, she wasn't black. Let's just keep it real, and nobody really want to talk about it because the brother had passed, and we do pay our respect for him. But yeah, we got to call everybody out. Everybody out.
But didn't she sell off some of his stuff? And the thing with Michael
She
Jackson,
might have did. Yeah, I
yeah,
know he
you
took
know
care of
he's
her
supposed to
mama and
own.
everything. Yeah.
She changed a lot of names.
No, she didn't.
And let me tell you
Take care of her
something.
mama.
I
Because
want to
to
bring
them,
this up. Okay,
hold
I'm
on.
bring something up at the end because I want to talk about a certain person. I don't want to, but it was interesting what he said. But we'll wait toward the end.
But what I'm saying is this: at the end, black people don't. If we keep playing this game, it's not nothing. I don't see color. It's not about black and white. We're gonna keep ending up with the short end of the stick.
Facts.
There was no reason for Michael Jackson to go through the struggles and to see. The reason why black people are mad is because we see what goes on in the black world. No matter what the world tells us to look like and be like, we know what it feels like to be black.
Exactly.
So why do we do stupid stuff like do make decisions where this wealth is going to be passed back down to the people that we are trying to get to do right?
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna put this. I just put this up while I was talking. This is, they always do the racial wealth gap statistics every year. So I put up the one for 2024. Still, we haven't. Anyway, according to the latest data from the Federal Reserve, a survey of customer finances, the nation's racial wealth gap increased during COVID-19 pandemic between 2019 and 2022. Median wealth increased by $51,800. But this is black. This is black racial wealth gap. It went for $51,800, but the racial wealth gap increased by $49,950, add up to a total difference of $240,000 in wealth between medium white household and medium income. So basically, black people only making $49,000 per family, medium income, and of course whites making 240 plus. That's nothing new. It always been like that. They're just showing the difference after the COVID and stuff. That's why I say that's why it's so important for black people. We're not even hitting the 100,000 mark as a family, like wife and husband. You know what I'm saying? So they said the average black man make like $15 an hour. And if you look at the statistics, you look at the data, it does add up. It does make sense because if you look at the wealth in this country, we don't really have no wealth. You know what I'm saying? They say what Jeff Bezos own half of black wealth. I can believe that because the money he make. Let me see. Hold on. And it got two. Okay, figure one using the data from Federal Reserve distributional financial account shows that between 2019 2022, total wealth increased for all racial and ethnic groups. However, according to the survey of customer finances, median black wealth increased from 27,907,000 to 44,000, but continued to lag other racial groups. In 2022, median wealth was approximately 62,000 for non-white, Latino, and Hispanics households, 285 for whites households, and 536,000 for Asian. Damn. Household wealth data was only provided for 2022. Before the time series graph will only show the wealth data for the racial categories Black, Latino, Hispanic, white, and other. But the Hispanics, not Hispanics, but the Asians, 500. I'm not even surprised by them, but yeah, we way behind.
Hey,
man.
can you put that in? Can you put that link in the chat? That was a lot of information.
I know. Yeah.
Or can you put it on your
yeah,
on your put on your I want everybody to be able to look at it that's listening.
Let me see,
so if you can maybe put it on your Facebook page later, maybe.
Yeah, I do that.
So y'all make sure you follow Mind Games Uncut. Okay.
It's a lot.
And get the information.
They're gonna read that. That wealth gap been up there for years.
And they don't even want, like, you're right. People, I mean, telling people they just don't want to.
We don't care. Black people want to blend in as much. We keep trying to liken ourselves to white. That's why, just like the Asians, yeah, there's interracial dating in Asians, but it's not advertised.
Exactly.
It's not. As soon as you get rich, the first thing you do, you struggle with your black family. Now you got the trophy white wife.
Exactly.
Or the mixed white wife. Now they got the mixed woman that looks
the
a little
hoppers.
bit, got
Cat
a little
Williams
tan
loving
on
that.
her, and she's supposed to be Italian and this and that with all this DNA BS that they got going on.
But one thing about
The
them,
thing
they
is
were
that
not.
we don't do is that we don't take our struggle serious as a whole.
Exactly.
That's why the Chinese people put their rules in place, and then all we keep talking about is pro-Africa, pan-Africanism. Tell Africa to put their foot down and stop China from coming in there doing everything. Stop all these countries, because Africa is just as worse on black people as white people is over here in America.
And that makes no sense. That's crazy. Like we up here, the whole black world
we won't take it serious. We will date outside our race like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, because black people don't have no color
wrong with interracial dating, but it's something wrong when black people keep interracial dating, because we are, like you say, the statistics, we are behind. We keep complaining. Every time somebody black dates outside their race, they become that race. Look at all the judges, the attorneys. We got black attorneys. That's why we got all the freedom, but ain't nobody sticking together fighting. Because soon as they get a little pedestal, a little wealth, they start running around and doing what white people do.
Yeah, man.
Ignoring the black race.
Yeah.
Ignoring the problem.
Even the chick Ketanji Brown, that judge, look who she married to. Yeah, any black person that got some kind of power or some kind of pull, they are not married to a black person. That's one thing I do agree with Umar Johnson on. He's heavy on that. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with him. People think he's crazy. They say, oh, he's a racist. We can't be racist. You know, black people can't be racist, but they can be bigots and prejudice, but we can't be racist. And our thing is, he's saying what we saying tonight. You know, even though sometimes he's a hypocrite, but it's the point being made that we don't have no generational wealth. We, like I said, we're not even hitting the 50,000 a year as far as medium income. That's crazy.
Let me stop you right there. Don't mean to cut you off. Let me just say one thing.
Go ahead, Quinn.
Most rich white people, when they leave their money, half of them don't even leave it to their kids. They leave it to organizations that help build. Why we ain't got no black people? Like, why wasn't Michael Jackson wealth left to organizations? And let me just say this so we can get back to the interracial dating and the wealth. Michael Jackson's white son is basically trying to stop the grandmother from going back to court because they lost their case, because the estate, who's the estate is what I'm wondering. The estate is selling off.
You don't know?
Michael Jackson.
You don't know?
It's them.
No. That's the conversation. They're going to court because allegedly the estate was left to the producers that he hated.
and they're selling it off. They're selling it right back to Sony. The reason why Michael Jackson left Sony, the reason Prince and all them, they selling it right back to Sony. So they sold part of the catalog for $600 million. So this white boy who's supposed to be Michael Jackson's son,
Prince,
says that he's looking at money. So he doesn't want the grandmother to use any more money to fight the appeal, because he doesn't want the money depleted, because to them, it's just money like every other rich white person. It's not.
So it meant so many words. Michael Jackson destroyed his family.
Yes. In so many words.
Come on, Angie. Come on.
No, hold on. Because I don't know if you are. Hold on. Have you all? Go ahead. Have you all listened to
they selling it back to Sony? Does it make any sense? When Michael Jackson pulled his rights,
why would Michael Jackson
he had the Beatles catalog? He had the
why
Beatles.
Would Michael Jackson leave his? He wouldn't have left his estate to them. Come on now.
But he did.
Those are lies. He did not. He did not. You don't believe that?
Why would
the producers are the ones who probably killed him?
Did he adopt white kids and tell us that it was his sperm? And we could clearly see they wasn't
kids. I don't care about them kids. There's no way. Him, Prince, when he used, they wouldn't have left. Come on, man.
They left it to their estate. Hold on, let me finish. They left it to their estate, and the estate is selling the catalog right back to Sony. What's in that catalog? The rights to the bills and stuff. So they not only getting the money, but they getting back what Michael Jackson fought to take before he died.
Aren't the producers Sony?
But because we so kumbaya and don't see anything wrong with mixing races, he didn't see that problem down the line. You think because you get white kids? Hold on. Do you think because you get white kids and raise them black that they're gonna have the black mind? They don't struggle like us. Even if you got a white kid in your family, they step out in that world and the world is white for them.
Thank you. They're not gonna
and the
claim
problem
that
is that he did not. You live. They make us live in a fantasy world that everything is kumbaya and okay. But what the problem is the little prince, Michael Jackson adopted son, is stopping the grandma because he doesn't want her to use any more of the state money to fight for Michael Jackson's catalog. And she won the appeal. So now he's fighting her and telling the estate not to let her get any more money. The woman who struggled with Michael Jackson, his mother who birthed him. So you got this child who has no bloodline to the Jackson family. But yet, look at what he's doing because they have no idea. They don't care. He's another white person who does not have a black struggle or does not understand the black struggle or does not understand what he's holding on to. Because if he let the grandmother fight and she wins, he'll have more money. But right now, he doesn't want her to deplete the money. Why? Because he wants to live his white life. And I land my plane.
And then, so okay, and you're right. Now, it's so many. I can come at that so many ways. Let me ask y'all a question. So we talk about Jackson family. Let's talk about Serena Williams. So she got a baby by this white guy.
Hold on. I think Angie wanted to say something when we said that.
Okay.
He was living on when you said he destroyed his family. What was you gonna say, Angie?
Oh, I was gonna mention, like that's what I said, like for me, I try to focus on like people like us, like that are focused on bigger things. I don't know Michael Jackson's story, but I think generational, that destruction was generational. I think that Michael Jackson, I know there were stories about Michael Jackson being abused by what's his name? Gordy Berry. Is that his name?
But what does it have to do with being white and passing down your money to white children?
So okay, let me tell you what it has to do with that. So yesterday I was thinking about this topic, right? And the topic came to mind: happy wife, happy life. And I thought to myself, that's some crazy nonsense to say. And I thought about who says that kind of nonsense. I hear a lot of black men say that, and a lot of black women. And I looked into what that meant, and it's an older term during like the Depression or whatever, where it was talking about making money or whatever. And we've turned it into something else. And so I further thought to myself, what is the deal with black men? And I do have biracial children. So what is the deal with black men that say ratchet things like, I don't deal with black women because, and all these horrible things, you know? First of all, for me, all the white women that I've seen that are with black men, the ones that I've seen overall, they're not somebody that black women want anyways. But furthermore, what kind of men are saying these things about black women? But
that's not the point of this thing. The point is them people, mostly black men, dating outside their race, and when something happens to them, we are, as black people, we supported Kobe. We, like he was getting ready to say, and black women in there, because I know D Mays was getting ready to say Serena Williams. Would look at all the black men, Tiger Woods. We cheer them on because they make it as they're black, but their money is being passed down to white generations. That's what we're talking about.
Here's my question. If that's their mindset, it's one thing to date outside your race. It's another thing to be blatant about your disrespect and dislike towards your own people. You know,
we already know what comes along with that. They've been doing it before that. They've been doing it because, like we said earlier, it's been driven in your head, driven in black men's head, that they are equal to the white man when they have a white woman on their arm.
And pull up some of the comments, y'all.
Do you think that maybe some of that comes from, I don't know, have you all seen where is it mostly men that are from single mothers
No, because
absent
this has
father.
been going on since they were lynching black men. They were still risking their life to be with a white woman so that they can have
Right.
what they think. So no, it has nothing to do with that. It just has something to do with black men not taking control of the situation and not taking their situation serious like the Chinese people do. You're not going to just date a Chinese person out your race.
Right.
A Chinese person is going to make sure that they are weary about bringing home another race, especially a black race. We're the only ones doing it.
Y'all know black folks do that because when their children had that good hair. I'm just playing.
Exactly. Most of them do. A lot of people date outside their race because it looks good, because black has been taught to everybody as being negative and bad.
So they put some
So
of the
this
comments,
has been going on since. Look at Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh yeah.
Look at Martin Luther King, our so-called leader, and he was wrapped up all in between white women legs.
Frederick Douglass.
But look, can I touch on something? I want to touch back,
Douglass,
go back to the
exactly.
I'm gonna go back to, don't tell Umar that, but I'm gonna go back to the Serena Williams. So yeah, she, she have dated black men, so it's like they say, oh, black men didn't find her attractive or whatever, but she dated people like Kobe, she dated Common, she dated
Kobe, she dated Common,
yeah, my fault. And I think somebody would tell her on the prom. I think Kobe took her on the prom when they were young. No, he took Brandy.
That was Brandy.
But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is this. I look at it a little different. So they was raised with both parents, right? Black mother, black father. Their dad was on the edge. He wasn't the perfect guy because, he had kids outside, whatever. And my thing is this. The type of love he showed his daughter, he might have been hard on him. You would think that them black girls would have been crazy trying to find a black man because they had a strong black father figure in their home.
Not just that, when you were called monkeys on the court and then you cried because you were being racist and you turn around and marry. But go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, and even because I'm wondering, was that part of the deal? Like, because they was around a bunch of white men when they was young, and the dad was trying to get them on. And if you look at the documentaries and stuff like this, like he wouldn't, it seemed like he was more kind of like selling his daughters to these white men. So it's like they see the white man with power and all the money. And that might have made them the city. They dated black men. I don't know if any's ever dated a black guy, but Serena did. So I think the father should be blamed.
I feel like Serena was a Michael Jackson, insecure, because people say she looked like a man. Because if you look at her now, she looks like a clown. Because she's
I don't know what the hell.
I don't know what she looks like now. She's lightening her skin.
Yep.
She walking around with this mixed daughter. You wearing this wig, so now that your hair can look curly, you don't even look like the Serena Williams. But go ahead.
And she even had a video. Her, how y'all brush the weave. You know how you have your wig and you brush your weave with the wig, right? That she was putting the weave on her husband's head. That I said, boy, I don't see it all. You know what I'm saying? And this man sit up here and talking about he didn't even know that about you supposed to use a balcloth, a rag to wash your body till he met Serena. He said that out his own mouth. Her husband. You let this man put his I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, that part.
I think that I think when we think about back to black wealth, and we had this conversation before we went live, you all. So, but back to black wealth, I think if we realize that our children, I'm 42, as long as I'm breathing, I don't mind telling how old I am because I'm another year older, never day. So I think with my children, my children's children, they're not going to understand, especially reparations, especially with the interracial relationships. You all are right. As far as I think mixed people, I see more mixed children dating white people, and that's just what it is. But it is. That's why I asked what you all thought about the black men that feel how they feel about black women, not just dating outside your race, but feeling a disdain about black women when your mother is black. So what's happened with what's the animosity for you to even open your mouth and say that?
I had my young black cousins. I had some of my young black cousins up here with me. They 20 and they were like, I'm finna date white women because black women don't do this and that. I said, where the white women at now? when you struggle, who had you? A black woman.
Facts.
Who's struggling with you? A black woman. I said that's some BS that you've been taught, that you done picked up. What has a white woman done for a black man?
Brothers just want that.
But
they just want that white
that's
porn
their
fantasy.
truth, though.
Let me tell you something.
That's their truth. It's not what a white woman has done. It's what they see black women that they know doing.
If they see white women, how can they see black women when we see white women like that don't got every black person lynched? We got a whole name for white women. They're called Karens.
Hey,
it's just that you're taught not to see white women for the destructive nature that they have been doing to us, and they have been.
They're not.
But because we can see it, but you're taught not to. Don't look at her like that. Even though we call them Karens, even though almost every time you turn around when something bad happened to a black man, there's a white woman standing behind him.
So let's pull up some of the comments, y'all. Curly girl said, she said, hell no, I can't see or would imagine myself with a Mzungu. That mean white, y'all, touching me. Then you got let me see. Let me see. We got, who is it? Willie Tress.
Said
Carolyn
definitely
deleted. Okay.
It said definitely troublesome and destructive interracial marriage.
And Y2 Ken said no, this thing over here, majority of brothers overwhelmingly prefer our women. Okay, that's what's up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know any. For me, I don't know any black men that don't respect and admire and prefer and only deal with black women.
Yeah, most black men look. 80% of black men marry black women.
It's just advertised. Just like it's advertised that black women are the problem with black men, and you got them idiots that hold on to it without looking at why did half the black men in the past get lynched? Why was there a whole law written so that white women could get away with murder, the casual killing law? They're not looking at the truth. Then they own everything, and then they pass all the rules and the regulations. That's why we don't have real history in school, so that nobody won't know the truth. So it's advertised that a lot of black men don't like black women because it's on these white platforms. But it's not.
Well, I'm here to tell y'all that that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah. I always tell people this. Listen, okay, it's 2024. I've been saying this for like 8 years. I always ask black people, random black people, name me a powerful black family. Listen, powerful black family that got with generational wealth. And I give them like 3 choices, sometimes 6. Nobody can give me one. And I'll say it now. Name me a powerful black family that come from generational wealth in America.
I tell you what, I can give you 5 families that are building and initiating generational wealth, and it's the 5 people on this platform.
Oh yeah,
and that's plus 2. So that's enough for me. So yeah, go ahead.
If it is some black people out there, they make sure that they're not on these white platforms encouraging us to stick together, and they're not encouraging that you won't know them, because the only thing that's advertised on these white platforms, in order to get us integrated, they found out they can make money from us. And so to integrate us, then they want us to be as close to white as we can. That's why the white man that's living with Serena is okay with her putting on her white attire. She could never walk around with an afro with him.
Exactly.
Because everybody's used to black women dressing up. Now, I don't say that wearing a wig makes you being white, but a lot of black women don't even know how to be themselves without the white attire.
Shots fired.
Because I could wear a wig and I'm going to rock my afro and my dreads and stuff. Sometimes we just versatile. But the problem is white women are not versatile because they'll never have an afro.
Exactly. Pull this up. Real women don't do nonsense. Said what really pisses me off. What we at? Can you hold on? What really pisses me off?
Exactly.
Commercials featuring interracial. Oh, they've been doing that a lot. Y'all knows that? They've been pushing it a lot.
I put that on one of my shorts. I said,
yeah, that shit crazy. I'm like,
there is an interracial couple. It's either a black woman with a white man, a black woman with a Chinese man, a white man with a black woman. But why can't it just be black? They keep using our likeness, our blackness, to advertise their products, and we fall for it. We don't even see it. Every movie. I just watched the Kevin Hart movie, and he's still the only black man. And then the woman, she ain't white, but she closest to white as they can get without her being black.
You talking about the movie when they did that heist?
Yes. I was like, dang, they got Kevin doing it. And then back to while we talking about this, let's talk about P Diddy and all them. All these black rich people playing these white games with these pedophiles and rapists or whatever, and now you getting your wake up call because when it comes down to it, we know that these elite Caucasians been doing it, but the black people, y'all the ones getting punished. You take your money and you run.
You can't do what your masters do. So like we try to do all the corruption in politics. You can't do what they do. The state system, they can do.
Yeah.
Only reason why
that was a hard sword to fall on. Harvey Weinstein was a hard sword for them to fall on. They had to.
They had to get him because he broke protocol. Yeah, he broke protocol.
It had to be somebody because, like we're saying, you know, black people are saying, you know, injustices, you know, inequality. So now you put interracial people instead of just white people on commercials. That is weird. Except with the HIV commercials, it's all a bunch of black gay. You know, they make that. But it's clear though. They make it very clear.
Thugs and criminals is always black faces.
The HIV commercial, I think you just said they got a black transgender with the spokesperson for it. Dude, if y'all see the commercial, I like, man, I said this is crazy. Like,
and then they advertise LGBT with black men being gay, but when you go in the stores and go out, the difference is you can't even hardly tell a white man from a white woman whether they're gay or what. You know, like a white man grow his hair, his skin the same. The white men have more feminine features unless you just a white man who just bulk. But 9 times out of 10, you can't tell the white man and the white woman from the difference. But I go in the stores, I have to look twice because now white men get to walk around comfortable while black men are the face of the LGBTQ. Go ahead.
Yep.
Have you noticed, like with the HIV commercials, like you said, like you have the gay couples are usually black. They start incorporating like the white men, but the black man is always the feminine one. And then when you do see heterosexual couples, that is the only time I've seen black couples. That's not true. Overall, I've seen a lot of black couples on the HIV commercials. So that's the only time we get to be relevant as black couples is when we share AIDS.
Because
it's weird. And
then because it's their platforms. That's why it's a problem with generational wealth, because that 300, those millions and millions of dollars that Michael Jackson, that we spent all our time buying the jewelry, buying the Beat It, doing Beat It, doing the slide, doing the Thriller, and it all goes back into the white hands so they can whitewash Michael Jackson. So where he whitewashed himself, and he could have owned his own platforms, just like we got Jay-Z, Diddy, and all these people. They're rich, but they don't have to blow their money, but you keep living a white lifestyle. Black people think when they get rich, you got to live a white lifestyle instead of building your own platforms. All we do is complain and hand our money back to the same enemies.
And that's what I was going to say. I feel like, you know, we're in this rut because we continue to feel like victims. You know, we have been victimized. We have been shortchanged, screwed over, all that stuff. But at the same time, if I'm a victim and I'm sick of the man, whoever that man is, but all my money I work for, paycheck to paycheck, I spend on product and everybody else, I'm branding myself and marketing somebody else's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Exactly. They want to call her, they want to say Jay-Z and Beyonce, Jay-Z paid $20 million to put her on country. She wanted to go into country. Girl, we built country. We was the first of everything. Yep. But instead of taking that $20 million and making our own categories, we could get on a satellite radio now. Instead of saying, hey, this is our new channel, we featuring black people, black country music, this and that. No, they go to the white station because you keep trying to battle with white people instead of building your own. You got all these football players and basketball players complaining instead of taking the millions that you got and walking away and build your own. But you take the millions and trying to live a white lifestyle, and that white lifestyle is never satisfied. The white lifestyle is a hunger that will never be quenched.
Yep, exactly. And the Asians think the same way. Good example. I tell everybody it's a show on Netflix. It's actually, I think, on Cinemax, whatever. But not Netflix pick up the rights to movies and shows, whatever. Anyway, show called Warrior about these Asians in Chinatown. See, this is why I try to tell people. This is why the Asians, the difference between us, Asians and white people is this. When we came out of slavery, I think to me, that's when black people was at their greatness after slavery reconstruction. They pulled themselves up by their own bootstrap, as the white people say. They walked the wilderness, they came across towns, they built their own towns, their own economy, and the white man came and burned it. The only thing I don't like is out of all them 200 plus towns, you mean to tell me no? We did fight back. Yeah, Black Wall Street, even Oscar Georgia, they did. They only had limited resources, so they can only fight back. But you mean to tell me the next generation was so weak? I'm not gonna blame the ones who built it and they killed them. I'm talking about the kids, the grandchildren. Why didn't we keep that thing going? Now I'm saying this because I'm gonna go up to this show, The Warrior. This was true story. 1865 was when slavery ended. 1870 when the first Chinatown was built. Present time 2024, generational wealth. They got a Chinatown in every city in America. Now there's a part on the show when they was beefing, like they had the Asian mob was, they were right, they were killing each other in Chinatown. Like it was vicious. But it was a time when the white people came in and Irish tried to come in there and cause havoc in Chinatown. Guess what all them Asians said? Even though we had beefing with each other, these gangs and this mob, we got to protect our culture. This is our place. We building this right here. Chinatown is ours. So they got together and they fucked them damn white boys. I mean, I'm not sorry about that. They messed them white boys up because they came together. They brought their resources together and they understood we got to protect our culture. This is our people. I don't see black people having that mindset, even after
black people
Reconstruction.
got the same mindset as they oppressor. Everybody praying to Jesus, everybody looking to the same God. And somehow, when you look at when black people look in the mirror and they turn around, they don't see the white bodies attached to their back. White people have attached themselves to us and we don't know how to break away. We feel too much sympathy because we're the human race and God bless us all and Jesus is going to get them and God is going to get them. And we keep believing that BS. We're going to keep being destroyed instead of doing like you said. The Chinese said they're not going to destroy their culture. That's why you're not going to be quick to bring up a Chinese person. It's not going to be quick to bring home a black person, white person, or a Hispanic person. You don't see Chinese people running around with labels. You see them making their money, building their country up, and then going in another country. Instead of Africa with their black leaders standing up and kicking out all these white people talking about this and that. Instead of each one of these, we over here crying that we ain't got one black president. They got tons of black presidents year after year. Instead of setting up like China did, and instead of setting up where we can take our money and start bringing it into Africa, and then Africa giving black people a safe place to be.
Thank you.
Everybody black from here to Africa to Jamaica to Haiti is only for themselves.
You know how powerful that is?
White man mentality.
You know how powerful that is? It's a simple fix, really. You gotta get all the corrupt. I hate to say it like this.
I seen somebody say God gave us everything. God gave this earth to black people. White people came and took it over and started using it for their thing, for them. The Jews, the gold, the cobalt. And for some reason, instead of us protecting what we were already given, which is already ours, we start buying it back from them. That land belongs to black people in Africa, right? As we say, even though the whole earth was black. Exactly. We keep forgetting that part. But black people over there selling off the Africa to the Chinese and the white man and the French. So how is
not black, not African people though, not African people. African government leaders are doing
it. Don't matter. They all together because ain't none of them. That's my point, Queen. They can turn up just like us. So we the only ones supposed to shed blood and march and fight. They can stand their asses up just like us and take over leadership. But every one of them that take over leadership, they get in there and then they get to acting just like the white people. They sell themselves out.
Look at Haiti. Oh, nobody even been talking about Haiti.
That's what I just said. Look at Haiti. Instead of them making a safe place and being proud, they're killing each other.
I seen them video. I saw a friend of mine, his friend, let me see. A friend of mine, his friend was married. She's married to a Haitian brother. Man, he sent footage and they sent it through the text and show. I couldn't even watch all that. The stuff that them all those people, I hate to say it, need to be eradicated. The ones who call that have it, they I don't. It ain't no talking.
I don't see what the end is gonna be. After they gonna all Haiti is one big ghetto place like they got in America where black people just killing each other for the hell of it because ain't no rules.
And going back to it again, like I said, 1804, the Haitian Revolution, when they killed all them, them people, and they took their land back. And guess what? It don't mean nothing. Cause look at the situation they in now. Every time black folk, I was looking at even that TV show Snowfall. We're watching that. I mean, I finally got a chance to watch it. So I was watching the main character. Of course, he's a drug dealer, and his dad was a Black Panther. And I was telling my girl, I said, you know what's funny? All the stuff the Black Panther did, all the programs they had. But look at most of their leaders. A lot of them cats got strung out. Like it's like even Huey P. Newton. He actually got deleted by the Black Gorilla family. A lot of people don't know that. That was like a spinoff of the Black Panthers. But my thing is, like, it's sad that everything we create, it always fall apart. Dr. Frazier said this. He said it will take black people 200 years to catch up with everybody else. That's the most scary thing I've ever heard in my life because I know majority of us ain't gonna do it. It's gonna be impossible.
Statistic is 400 plus years to catch up. You can't catch up, and I'm gonna put this up when you said comment. Y2 Kenya said, but it's true. It's true. CIA have been known to send in operatives and make people break up from within, and we understand that love of the dollar. But no, the whole point is when you got a culture like China, when you got a culture like Japan, when you got a culture like white people, can't nobody send in no operative to break you up if you know what you need to do.
No way. I'll give you a good example.
Yeah, they do, because that's what I was saying when we talk about Africans.
It don't matter. It's just like this. What can you do? If I'm black and I see my people struggling, I'm just a damn fool. And I wasn't never for black people if I gotta sell myself out to kill you so that I can get white dollars.
Exactly. I'm gonna give you a good example. Going back to Joe Biden, what he said in 2020. It ain't just him. Most white people think like this. They like
that's what I'm saying.
He said, "You're not black if you don't vote for me." Them people look at us as weak. We're not organized. They say what they say because they don't think they know there don't be no repercussion. They like, oh, we just gonna say this. Especially the older black people, the baby boomers. They ain't nothing with like they say. They just waiting for it to have a peaceful death. Pretty much like, okay, I got my nice little house. I got my little pension. My kids went to college and that's all they want. They don't have no kind of code of conduct like Dr. Clark Anderson said. A lot of our baby boomers, black baby boomers, failed us. Them black people in Congressional Black Caucus failed us and stuff because every time we try to go out to power, they shoot it down. They already don't came to them and said, look, you cannot promise black people anything. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what we at. That's why a lot of black folks stay loyal to a Democratic Party, to a party that know they're not going to give you nothing. I got a friend, he ran for District 16 here in Georgia. Now, he's a Democrat. Okay, Democrat. He know me. I'm like, I'm just, I'm neutral. But he said, D, I see what you're saying, man. I reached out because he's running on reparation. He's doing the right way. He's running for District 16. He won't win. I'm just being real. But the thing is, at least he's running on something that's gonna help our people. But he said, man, I talked to a lot of close friends of mine who are Democrats. They're like, man, you do not need to talk about reparations. You're not gonna get no support. These are FBA black people saying this, not immigrants. That I said last night on my podcast. You got a lot of black people who don't want, because when we talk about reparations, we're going back to the generational wealth thing. You mean to tell me that you don't want to get a step up economically? You want to stay?
But right that goes back to what Angie was saying. Generational wealth and educating on generational wealth, but long as there's no classes in school about generational wealth, even all these rich black people, they never had education on finance and wealth. So that you can't expect them to basically protect something that they don't know nothing about.
Exactly. And that's the conversations that we need to start having. Like I said, when we were talking before we got on this broadcast, when we have our youth now, they don't understand reparations or, apartheid, none of that, so they don't care about that. We want our children to go to college, but there's no college fund. Like, think about these things.
And some of them don't need to go to college. College is a big scam itself. Our kids need trades.
But when you tell them to go to college and you don't set them up for that, and I agree with you, Queen, but there's our mindset. Like I knew when I was growing up, I knew I was supposed to go to college. I was supposed to get married. I was supposed to have kids, but there was no college setup, so it wasn't a thought process. A lot of people now don't understand insurance, don't understand, loans, credit scores, all those things. These are the things that we need to be instilling in these children, and we need to do it as Black collectives, so they see Black love, they see Black communities, and they respect that. So they're not going outside of their races, because a lot of people see, especially Black men, even Black women, Black girls, they're single parent households with a bunch of women, mothers that have other friends that are single Black mothers, and sit around and bash Black men, bash all men. And that's the mindset of a child. And if you see your Black mother bashing Black men and you're a Black male, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you don't want to do a Black woman because your Black mother is broken, is unhealed, and you're seeing this shit, excuse my language, by default. We have to have these discussions about healing. All Black women are not angry, but we have a no nonsense concept. That doesn't make us angry or confrontational or disgruntled. It means that we've gone through things and we don't have to settle.
But Angie, you're talking to a wall. We all know that. But the people who are affected by it does not know that. Every minute that we speak right now, there's 100 plus more Black people living in the ghetto, living in the projects, having another baby, and they don't know. And then them ignorant, not saying ignorant because they dumb, but because you lack knowledge, they're raising them kids. And most of the people, I have a family like that. You can't talk to them because the only thing they mimic is what they see on the videos and the programs and everything that we see. And then when you turn around and get a little bit of hope for Black people, you see interracial couples. So it's advertised, oh, Blackness is bad, but hey, when you mix it with a little bit of white or Mexican or Puerto Rican, this is the life you get. They're not teaching us that we stick together and we learn this and that we'll have a better life. We are advertised that the better life is to mix our race and start separating. The whole point of white supremacy was to get rid of Black people. They've been trying year after year, generation after generation, century after century, decade after decade to get rid of the Black race. And then they finally found they finally found the solution. Get us to destroy ourselves from the inside out. And that's what we're doing, because Black people will not listen to each other. Black people are shooting each other at a higher rate. We are having kids and don't give a damn who the baby daddy or the baby mama is, because now kids are just a result of having sex, not a decision. We're not making decisions because we've been taught that we are dumb and we don't need to make decisions. We need to follow the crowd. And we have moved out the way to make the enemy have leeway for them and their children to leech off of us. The prisons are filled with Black people. You don't hardly see not one Chinese. You see a little bit of Mexicans and a couple of whites.
Facts.
Can you tell everybody who owns the prison systems though?
White people.
I'm gonna be very specific. A lot of the rap producers.
But that don't matter. They did not.
It does matter because it does.
No, Angie, you're going to something that does not make any sense, because at the end of the day, it's owned by white people. They own the telephone system. They own it. Or everybody can go to Google. Google your Supreme Court judges in your area. Is going to be predominantly white. Those are the people making decisions. When we look at the Senate of the United States that allows these prisons, they're white. You might have one or two Black people in there.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm agreeing with you.
White people created. They created the prison systems. They created the school systems. They created the entertainment systems, not the entertainers. They created the systems. So I'm
agreeing with you.
all these systems are for white people to make sure that white stays up, and every one of their systems is used to keep us in the box that we are in. And until we start opening up our eyes and start looking at what we in and stop needing their entertainment and stop needing to send our children over to them. I mean, but it takes money. But that's what goes back to the beginning of this conversation. Our interracial dating, our need to include everybody in our struggle, to include everybody, is destroying Black wealth.
And we don't have that much time either. We can't keep talking about this 20 years from now.
Yeah,
like, yeah, because
our people,
no time. Our people don't understand
because
what
if you
generation
own
what
the
is.
prison, or Black people own the prison, do you know that you could still put the programs in your prison
Queen.
to help people?
No, Queen, I wasn't saying that. No, hold on, I wasn't saying that, Queen. Let me clarify. What I was saying was that the record producers, rap record producers, own the prison system. I didn't want to say Jews because you said white. Don't be
the
specific.
Jews own the prison system. What
So
you mean?
that's what I'm agreeing with you. So that's what I'm saying. So with the propaganda,
small hats,
okay, there you go, small hats. So I'm agreeing with this. I'm saying the propaganda. Now you have all these rappers talking about kill somebody, shoot somebody, hoes, bitches, all this stuff, and they're landing themselves in jail by the very producers that they work for. So I'm agreeing with you. And
don't forget the graves. They're the graves. They have a say in that too. As with these rappers getting deleted. So they're getting money from that too. So not only prison system, when they get deleted, they get a check. So either way,
everybody got a job. The small hats, everybody got a job. Every time you're gonna have Black people in each one of these areas of jobs, whether it's entertainment, whether it's producers, whether it's record labels. But the point is, the main holders of all of this are white.
I want to read. Randy said, hold on. Ronald said, we just have slaves for this system.
Yes.
That's a good point.
But we sign. That's my issue.
Genocide.
We sign up for, enslavement. It seems like, we don't invest. We don't grow our wealth, our money.
Queen. That's the whole point. We can't invest when you don't know how to invest. Do you know how to invest? Because I know I took some classes. I got a person in my house trying to learn it. You're trying to catch up with hundreds of years, generations of people that's ahead. That's what we're saying. It's not in our
we got a lot of feedback, y'all.
Start going to school and demanding that this or that, or start pulling our kids out of school. But because the way that the workload is, and we need them lights on in there, and then you got to pay the car note in order to get to work, because you got to feed your children. You don't feed your children. Who's in order and who's in charge of CPS, Child Protective Custody? White folks. You come here, then most time when Black people are in these positions, they feel like they just gotta turn around and be the white man that's on their back and not the Black person that is going through. It's hard to convince Black people that they can use their position to fight back. Look at Fonnie Willis. Black people just don't lost their damn mind. All of a sudden they taking up for her because she's a Black woman. This Black woman ain't gave a damn about no Black. People putting Black people in jail left and right and protecting police. But then the same thing that was put on her, she said that evidence that they used wasn't correct, or it wasn't reliable. But that's the same evidence she was using to put other people in jail. Everybody's by her side because she Black. Except for me.
Then she went to the church. Why did she go to the
church? Like everybody say, she went to the church just like all these fake Democrats and everybody else go to the Black churches. But you notice,
and they all amen her. Like, that was weird to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to be like, if we were just break it down, be simplistic and be practical. Is 1 + 1 = 2? Like, you have all these fingers trying to confuse people. Like, it's not adding up. Fannie Willis,
But why wouldn't you go to your church? The problem is us. The problem is us. I've dealt with some stuff over these past couple of months trying to help our Black people, and our minds are messed up because Black people will not listen to other Black people. Black people will not have patience with other Black people. Black people will not sit up there and value other Black people. Black people will tell you, you know too much. You talk too much. All we have is insults for each other. And unless you sitting next to a white person, Black people do not respect other Black people.
You're going to get in good trouble. Good trouble. That's what John Willis called it, good trouble. That, but to me, yeah, rest in peace. But good trouble? How in the hell you get in good trouble?
Yeah.
That mindset of us, some of us think so. Oh boy, yeah, just
yes. We got P Diddy and all them. Like, man, you use your money and you took advantage of people, and then and even R. Kelly them. You know how many more gonna come? I'm ready for us to tear down this veil. I'm ready for the curtain to be pulled down, and then it's like I say, the 300. All the rest of the Black people that don't want to listen, I don't have time for them. Life is short. Most people that like us are getting older and dying out, and look at the stupid ones that's behind us. Can you name anybody that's talking like us or whatever? You know, so we keep it. They have died. They have killed out generations of people who have a voice for Black people. Most of the time, look at the teachers and you got Umar. At first, they talked about Umar like a dog, and they praised Tariq Nasheed. But now we see Umar is telling the truth, but he still got his lifestyle. You know, we won't look at the future. So basically, what do we do if, you know, my thing is, I'm not trying to save everybody Black, because everybody Black don't want to be saved. And if white people are not racist, and if white people ain't racist, then why white people in all these positions that they got Supreme Court, senators, and this and that, they sit back and play the white game? Well, my hands are tied. They're not doing nothing, but they claim they're not racist. They just let the racist ones do the dirty jobs while they still benefit off of white supremacy.
I don't think it's racist. You're just greedy, and you just greedy, and you just I don't know. You soulless. I'm not gonna call it racist. This is my thing.
With white people, it is racist because you feel like your race is right. We need to go back to the meaning of racism, because we've been played. Because, like I said, what Black people went through, if it's not racism, then give me another word. Because now Black people could be racist towards white people. They're suing Fannie Willis for being racist, and I ain't never known nobody Black that oppress white people.
Exactly, because we can't be racist because we don't own no resources. We don't control no institution, no banking, none of that. So we don't.
Yeah, racism is when you feel like your race is right in the things and your views and ideologies about your race, you push it on everybody else's race.
Hold on,
white people that sit back and allow it to happen is because they feel like those white people are right. They just don't need to kill the Black people like that. But we are still right. That's why they silently say that. That's why America's where it's sitting at now, because they okayed it. They're not fighting to stop racism. I don't care how good white people is. You could tell the stories, you could do this, but I ain't never seen a white person lynch next to a Black person. Show me a picture where a white or a Chinese or a Hispanic was hanging from the tree with a Black person.
Boom, boom. It was a good one, man. But we no commercials, y'all. We didn't do commercials because we just wanted to be raw or cut right into it. We didn't go uncut, but you know, good enough. Like I said, Black people solutions. I know we do solutions. We get out of here real quick, but bottom line, you just gotta teach Black. Pretty much, you gotta click in with Black like we doing the UEOA. You just gonna have to click. You gotta find your tribe. Pretty much, that's it. So Black people now the monolith, never have been, and a lot of them just practice individualism. Unfortunately, I mean, I see it most every other day. You got. Yeah, it's just a lot. Speaking of Africa, you even got the Asians. They want up there and teaching Black kids how to speak Mandarin. That's just a little, then you know that's what power is. You go to other countries, other states and stuff, and just do what you want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. We're just gonna have the solution. We're just gonna have to find our tribe, build from there. Can't worry about the rest. Even our own family members gonna have to be some people we're gonna walk away from. You know what I'm saying? I let my plane.
Find yourself first before you find your tribe. Find yourself. You know, everybody's not blessed and fortunate enough to have grandparents and great grandparents. I had 5 generations in my family at one time. I had a great grandmother, mother, myself, and my children. You know, I was very blessed, but I did not take advantage of diving in and asking questions and getting resources from my legacies. So I encourage all of you to do that. Ask questions, ancestry DNA, all that stuff, those things are questionable to me, because I know if you go and donate blood and you read the criteria for that before you sign off for consent, they tell you when you donate blood that they are allowed, you're giving them permission to use your blood for experiments, for trials, and whatever, all kinds of things. So what happens if your DNA shows up in a criminal case? Because you've given, so think about those things. So ask your legacies, your elders, questions. Find yourself. Find yourself.
Most of the elders right now ain't elders no more, because my grandmother passed, my great grandmother passed. I'm pushing 50. So most of these elders that we got are sitting in prison. What we got to do is start sticking together. Stop dating outside your race right now, because there is a problem. Understand what's going on with us. Understand that there's a big problem going on with Black people, and we need to stop ignoring it. Stop trying to liken yourself to whiteness to make yourself feel like a human being when you were the first humans on this earth. Stop taking your money and making it look like you got to buy every designer label. Why don't you look at the Chinese? Look at the white people. They don't even wear designer labels like we do. You don't see them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're acting like we're broke, but we spend all this money on other people's brands.
We need young people to start building our own platforms. Start walking away. If we got to look at you play sports in the field, then we go play sports in the field. You don't have to be at the Lakers arena or whatever. We just got to start building our own, and we need to teach our kids that it's okay. When you're starting off, you got to crawl before you walk. But we've been taught that we need the lights and bells and whistles first. But I know we got to get up out of here. And this has been a good conversation, and we will be back. Do y'all have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Yes, I do. You have tuned in to the queens and kings of the world.
And I would say this before we get out too. I know we mentioned about the reparations rally. I said we'll touch on this at the end. First off, they're having a reparation rally in DC.
Ain't nobody going to see Vicky.
Exactly. This is the point I'm trying to make. Black people, listen. I know a lot of y'all get hyped up in the comments when y'all favorite YouTubers come on and stuff. But think about it. Listen to these people be doing. They have you come gather. Know what is the blueprint. Okay, we're gonna come. We're gonna have these key speakers. What is the plan for reparation? You're not talking business. They say stand on business. These people gonna have all these people. They're gonna make some money. Have a bunch of Black people come up to a place, ride up T-shirts and stuff, throw it at the Black Fist and all that stuff. At the end of the day, you're gonna go back home with no kind of generational wealth, nothing planned, nothing set up in your own. What are you doing as an individual? That's the point I'm trying to make. These people getting you hyped up because they know you can't think for yourself. You let them think for you.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. That's why most of our people are followers, not leaders. I mean,
that's self-accountability, King. That's self-accountability. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be that kumbaya. That's self-accountability. Like, if I give my money to you, I donate my money. Queen Kathy B in the chat in the conversation, she be donating money all over the place. D Mays, Mind Games, be in the community. Queen Tina Berry creates jobs. Queen Lynn is queen of family. We all do stuff. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. Everybody's trying.
Yeah, but we
y'all to just sign up for you.
My thing is, ain't nobody going to that reparations rally so that them same old people can stay relevant, act like they doing something. They've been doing it for years, and then they go back just so that y'all can look at their YouTube channels and they can make money off of YouTube. Exactly. That's all it is. They living in a white neighborhood. You cannot tell me Vicky Dillard talk about reparations when you made $1 million off of poor Black people and you running around because you spent it. Now you got to pay them white people, the government, back $2 million. I'm not studying none of them now on that reparations rally. Rizza Islam and all them that's in the Nation of Islam. They ain't stopped not one cop from shooting us. Ain't nobody doing nothing. So it's time for us to stop playing these games with these entertainers because they're the new entertainment.
Exactly. I want to say this. I'm done. I was looking at. I know some people don't care about subscribers, but if you try to be a content creator, you trying to make money. Just bottom line, to be honest, the more you can get monetized after 1,000 subscribers, then plus the watch time. But anyway, this is the point I'm trying to make. You got certain individuals, 3 of them, who've been black YouTubers for 15 years and brag about it. And I'm looking at your subscribers. You had 200, 300,000. That's decent. But I go to these white boys, and this is the point I'm trying to make. I go to these white boys channel who probably been up about 2 or 3, 4 months. They got 6 million. I know you can buy them, but believe me, I'm pretty sure this is organic. The thing is, white people, Asian people, Hispanic people support their people, even they right or wrong. We don't do that. And then just say we get off YouTube. We try to, it's a lot of black YouTubers who be trying to get off. Like TD Hip, like, look, I want to get my own thing started. Even Hater said, your boy Boris Walker did the Black Enough thing. Get over there. I went over there, check it out. He had what 200, 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Go over there, get how many black people support him. Maybe 100, maybe 200. Because it's not just him. It's a lot of black people try to come out and have their own apps. We don't support each other. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to see the next man or next woman up. And that's a problem. It's just like, it's about supporting. We don't support each other and stuff. It's like everybody want to be the chief. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to be the Indians and stuff. Like I sit back. I don't care if Tony got $50 million. I don't care if Andrew got 100 million. I got 2 million. We're gonna bring our resources together and build a powerhouse, and I'm out.
And that's what we do with the United Empires of Akibalan. So we do want you to join us. I don't want you to follow us. I don't follow anybody. I might click follow. I don't follow anybody. We want you to connect with us, to grow with us. I'm sorry, but I don't think there are enough chiefs. Everybody wants to act like chiefs, but you're really Indians. You want to act like you're big and tough. But when it's time to, walk that path and be boots on the ground, you're looking around with excuses. So we definitely need more chiefs because there's plenty of people that are willing to be Indians. We need more leaders. We need more people that are able to say, we have differences, we might not agree on this and that, but we have to come together for the greater good. That is where we are at with the United Empires of Akibalan. So scroll back through. The link is in the chat. This is where we're at. I'm sorry, I don't care about what nobody else is doing. I'm the queen of the world, my world. We are the queens and kings of our worlds. Period, point blank. If this is not for you, it's not for you. We're not here to entertain. We have a great time together, and we have a great time with you all. We're here to empower. If it's not for you, that's okay. If it's for you, then like and share. Because we're not looking for clout or numbers, or we do want the monetization. Our time is, all of us are busy. So that is important, but we support everybody else. So let's come together, period, point blank.
And if we don't even have to come together, just get the mind like we do. Buy some land, start building something for Black China. What is it? Bill Gates and China are buying up all the land here, buying up all the farmland. Next thing you know, y'all ain't gonna have nothing no plot of land to grow on, and to grow nothing on. Start growing.
Is Bill Gates is Bill Gates Apple, or what's he, iPhone? What is he, or Microsoft?
Microsoft.
Yeah. He
said Microsoft.
Microsoft, yeah.
Okay. So he's buying up. He owns Amazon. Whoever? No, what is the guy that owns Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
He's buying up all the farmland. All of them are buying up stuff. It should, and before you know it, it's going to be 2 people who own everything. So start buying up something. Yep. Start using your money.
You don't understand.
Nike. Start buying a plot of land. Start learning how to go buy tax deeds. To tax deeds, you can buy land for cheaper. Start using your income tax to buy tax. I try to tell people this. I see these girls on income tax, and all they doing is talking about how they pop bottles and going out and stuff like that. It's okay to entertain yourself, but start buying something. Own something. A car loses value. If you buying a house, well, bless you. But unless you're gonna be living for the next 30 years, plus most of the time you need to buy the house. Buy the land, and then build the house.
If you buy the house, if you pay it off, you still owe property taxes, so you can lose your house.
Yes, buy the land and then build a house. You could get land here or there. I don't care where it's at. Buy the land. Start owning something so
Or
that you will not be kicked out. Y'all are piled up in buildings and in projects and stuff and don't even have the mind to own. Buy an RV. Yeah, I don't care. We need to stop picking on each other and stop trying to live like white people. White people have the world. We built the world for white people. And you don't have nothing in there. White people are comfortable. Buy RVs. Nobody can ever kick you out. And then you don't have to pay house rent. Start from somewhere. You see a lot of black people saying they homesteaded. There's this interracial couple I see. They have about 5 or 6 kids and they live in an RV. We got to start using our skills together. See, if we had skills together, we could start turning some of these buses into houses. There's no reason for black people to be laying on the street talking about, oh, they're homeless. Well, get your asses up and start doing something. All this sending money for homeless shelters, start buying RVs, start using some of the skills. Can you use a hammer? Can you look at a YouTube? Who got the YouTube? Who got a phone and got a YouTube video? Who got a hammer? Who got a saw? Who got this money? Start turning some of this stuff into something. We have lost our intuition and our means to think. Stop trying to. I'll be damned if I'm going to lay on the floor talking about I'm cold and hungry. We can build. We are innovators. Start using your mind to think. We've been programmed. The only way to get food is the grocery store. The only way to live is if we apply for an apartment or a house. There are other options out there that does not involve the government. You buy a plot of land, then you can let black homeless people go there and build up. Leave the drugs alone. There is other options for us. So we need to start thinking outside the slave box. And I land my plane because the time is up. We have went over because this show is supposed to be on the radio and we went over our time. So I just want our people to put your thinking caps on and think outside the box. If you see a homeless person, I don't give out money no more. I'm going to give you some information because I'm not feeling sorry for nobody no more. Because just like I got to get it out the dirt, you can get it out the dirt. Unless you're just disabled, it's time for us to start sticking together and using our mentality a better way.
Queen Angie, can you drop our information in the chat, please?
Yes,
I will. Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to play it at the end of the thing for the United Empires of Akivalon. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day.